For decades, user experience designers operated based on craftsmanship. We were a few skilled people with a few apprentices operating inside organizations in little pockets. But now that the return on investment for UX work is known, organizations want more UX work. They want lots of UX work. There are mountains of development projects in most organizations. The Nielson and Norman Group ran a study of 863 design projects and found that they spent, on average, 8 to 12% of their budget on usability work. To keep it simple, 10% of the development budget should be spent on UX, which is generally a lot of work. And the mountains of UX work, that has to be done differently. We can't have serious industrial strength usability based on isolated craftsmanship. Think about building a hospital that'll handle mountains of patients. Would you just hire a bunch of really smart doctors? No, you need smart doctors, but first you need to design and set up the hospital. You need facilities and equipment and standards and methods and forms and pipes and training and certification and cleaning supplies. You need an organizational structure to make those very smart doctors work as part of a cohesive organization. A big hospital is not just a lot of really smart doctors. And an industrial strength usability practice is not just a lot of really smart user experience staff. While every organization has a little different pathway, there are things that every organization needs. Usually, organizations hire some UX people, and they do some good work. They try to set up a serious capability, but they're usually spread very thin. They rush around holding back a flood of projects. And they can never really get a mature operation going without an executive champion. A recipe for a mature usability practice starts with an executive champion, because the champion holds the vision, the strategy, organizes the resources, and eliminates the obstacles. The executive owns the roadmap for institutionalization of usability. The tricky part today is not the executive champion, though. Most executives know that customer experience is key to success. The challenge is in governance, in making sure that middle management is aligned. They need to understand why the UX team is so important. And there has to be a way to make sure they routinely bring that UX team in to work on projects. Otherwise, the team has to scamper around trying to catch projects before they go too far and become monstrously impossible to fix. Setting up a serious industrial strength practice in usability takes an investment and some time. The setup and capabilities building runs between $800,000 and $3 million, roughly. Then your UX group can operate efficiently on 10% of the development budget. Remember, 10% of budget, 10% of headcount. Setting up a serious industrial strength practice in usability takes an investment and some time, but the key stuff is pretty well known. Set up a methodology, and then get staff who are trained and certified to do the work right. Put the staff in an organizational structure that'll nurture the team. Give them the standards, tools, and templates so they don't have to keep reinventing the wheel and re-researching their users. A serious team can generate a terabyte of valuable materials every year. And it's imperative to maintain and share those insights, facts, and designs. It was fun working based on craftsmanship. We just walked in and started changing things. We had no standards, no processes, no requirements, and no way of telling if we were doing a good job. But that's no way for an organization to routinely create usable designs. Without an institutionalized usability practice that's built into the culture and supported with the right skills and tools, it's just not possible. Because to be competitive, we need institutionalization. We need a process-driven approach. Because at the end of the day, none of us is as smart as all of us.
Download a poster of this drawing and a free white paper on the institutionalization of UX at www.humanfactors.com/buildingux.asp.